Restart recording. There we go. Let's fill some hard drives. Yeah. Greetings and welcome to Die Guard and Die presents the Grimstone Chronicles Season 4, Episode 33. I am your DM and host tonight, joined by the full Ontario crew. How is everyone doing on this fine Thursday? Let me get your mics nice and toasty. There we go. Mics are on. How is everyone doing? Not all at once.
Good.
Hey, Fox.
Hey, Fox.
We're doing all right. I watched the Physical 100 that was recommended, and it very quickly went from my wife didn't want to watch it to I woke up and she was like 8 episodes in, and like I'll watch it again because I'm like, it's the start of the next episode. Oh, okay, all right. And it's like, wait a sec, what are they doing? What's this ship? They were hanging from a thingy before. Why is there a ship here?
I was just surprised that I watched it first without Adam giving us the recommendations to watch it.
The top 5 at the end, there is a common trait amongst 4 of the 5, and none of your top athletes are shredded at all by bodybuilder terms, like abs or look like Brad Pitt or whatever.
Yes.
No,
Body fat's kind of a little bit of it's important.
It's useful for storing energy and stuff. Yeah.
None of them were also the big Gronks.
One of them was.
Well, okay, yeah.
One of them was a 290-pound Gronk who got absolutely wrecked in the one thing. It's no, he got wrecked. He got absolutely destroyed.
The one where he did well in, not to ruin it, he did super well. Like the punishment that he showed that he also had endurance with strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Mental endurance. Yeah.
Yep.
It was a pretty interesting show. And then there was a comment about how people were they're very strangely bombastically polite.
Yeah, that was my comment earlier. It was like, this must be a cultural thing because they wanted to brag, but in the next, in the same sentence, they were being humble and deferring to their elders and being super polite to the competition, and it was definitely a culture thing.
It was
because
not
you could imagine this show North Americanized, where everyone's the best and and fighting
your face, you have no place here.
There was no throwing of fists in between the competitions, where I swear if you bring that into North America, there will be slaps.
Depending on which athletes you bring,
right,
there will be slaps.
There will be slaps. So it was
with excuses like, well, what do you expect, bro? It's high competition.
Well, yeah, it's also a reality show too, so it'll be slapping.
All that too. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was pretty interesting. That was definitely worth the watch. And then I played they finally created a patch so that you can play Deus Ex 2 Invisible War again. So I played it, and I was like, this isn't as bad as I remember. And then I got to the ending, and I'm like, oh wait, it's just as bad as I remember. Oh, the ending is so bad.
Endings are hard.
Well, it's especially hard when you have a consequence-driven game where nothing matters until the last scene, and then you can play all 4 endings from one save file 2 minutes before the end of the game. But consequences are important. Also, all the endings are trash.
Endings are hard. It's why I just prefer keeping a campaign going forever.
Just don't end.
Are we done, Marty? Was that it? Oh, no. We got more to go, guys. Don't you worry.
Ungrateful bastards.
Endings are hard. Endings, we've talked about this before.
And Dave, sorry, what were you doing that you got
Yeah, no problem.
Ahmed's multitasking at work. Okay, cool.
I got kids, I got work, I got game, baby. Who's first?
Roll for initiative, and he's got our camera. He's got our.
But the
mic
production
off.
server's off. I roll my 20.
Yep. Okay, we know what Ahmed's up to. Mark, what's new with you? It's a non-work week, So we're gonna see you on Saturday as well.
Yes. This is a
Awesome.
non-work weekend, so I will be here on Saturday.
Yeah.
I just finished 6 days, so.
Cool. Work's been insane. So I have certain scenes that we're gonna do tonight because they're prepared, and others will be prepared after game between now and 3 o'clock on Saturday. We've caught up to Marty's prep, which is fine. It ebbs and flows. What media or video game?
Nothing lately, really. Well, especially the last 6 days, it's like 12-hour days, so it's like,
Okay,
there's
so
nothing
you're like, nah.
going on, really.
Nope. Okay. Let's see. We got the streaming setup, kind of all set up. We'll need 2 more art on the walls because I realized the walls. It's kind of boring from this view, but it's not boring from my view. I don't know. I think on Titan's Gift we shared a view of that. I'll plop up an image in the Discord. What else? Oh, I just want to give a shout out to Fox. Fox over the years has been building in preparation for extremely high level play, because I complained about one time.
High level monsters.
Has been building high level mythic monsters and demon lords and all sorts of stuff. And there's a folder on various machines where I keep on dropping this epic level stuff too. So this gives me
So blame Fox for any of our dead heroes. Got it.
No, thank Fox, because after last game, when I saw that Brenos, not on his turn, did 1,000 damage to to the Exarch of Tiamat, I did have a thought, like, what am I gonna do? Oh no!
Oh no!
We've reached this point. It's fine. The system, just the numbers keep on getting bigger and the stakes higher, and yeah, some of you aren't gonna. I had one person from the other game, I think it was Max. He's like, "Well, what happens with the non-Brenos characters?" I'm like, either they get hit, they go smack, they go splat. Like that has always been baked in the game. Wizard fragile, but very powerful on their geometric curve of power. Fighter is linear.
It hits go
and at higher levels, the delta between weak and good is in one thing is even more exploitable. So.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Oh, Max is discovering every time Adam's like, "Why are we doing this? Crane wing, no!" It's like we've just bumped up the baseline's been moved. We are just continually, the rising tide rises all ships, and some people are like, "Nope, you're an anchor, bud."
It was interesting last fight where it was like, Cog does a bunch of things, and he's like, I can't hit it. Like the despair from Ahmed/Cog, and then Brenos is like, I got this.
So if there was another round going,
hero points, and everyone buffing Brenos to rally around it. It was like, okay, I was fine the way it turned out. Tactically, I think the monster should have hung back and just blasted you guys
and through spells
and made you come to it for a couple of rounds.
Yep.
But I think Cog started pissing it off by doing the thing that it didn't want to do right away, right?
Cog was talking smack
that came
continuously.
Yep.
I did my thing. Now, the thing to notice is Brenos did his thing, but he can do that maybe twice a day. Maybe twice a day if you have enough points.
Yeah. Max asked me, well, what are you going to do? I'm like, don't worry. They did it against one foe.
You do 2 of them.
What happens when there's 16 of them? You know, like, or all 5 heads come to get you. You know, So, I'm not worried, but it was impressive. Probably a good segue into doing a recap. Let's do the last 2 games, Soul and then House in Order. While in the prison, the party speaks with the prisoner and former adversary named Langdodrossa. Sunny is quick thinking and scares a halfling sneak from playing with a device that could have disintegrated them. Sunny, Cog, Quintessa, Brenos, Val, and Amiria entreat with a duo of high-ranking officials of Nefelis and come to an accord. Val casts a tie-breaking vote to decide on a course of action. That course of action was, of course, to not go to the lair, the iceberg lair
ignore the angels
that the Defender of Nephels wanted you to go to, but to go directly to confront the general of the sieging army, the two-headed Exarch of Tiamat. The group visits the Temple of the Five, dedicated to once prominent old gods. Despite warnings from Bajam the Defender, the party raids the iceberg lair of Chillreaver, the Exarch of Tiamat. Inside the lair, Sunny makes contact with a frigid entity, the Seed of Winter. Cog and Brenos face an enthralled Gazeri scion. In the heart of the iceberg lair, the party confronts Chillreaver. This is in House and Order. Exarch of Tiamat in a region bathed by utter cold aura of the Seed of Winter. The trapped entity makes an offer. It actually made several offers to party members. None of you took them up on those offers. Brenos receives visions from Hala Bright Axe's final deeds. Sunny negotiates with a worm. Cog is given an offer for true resurrection, and Sunny and Agony catch up on recent events, while Sunny was on his way to go finally cast his Earthquake spell. The party was rewarded with a number of things. There were some things that were going to be crafted for the party. The things that I can remember are Brenos' armor was going to have celestial powers placed upon it, and then Cog wanted some minor enhancement to one of his bracers, I think.
Yep, he's just hopping on.
Wanted the extra ring slot around the neck as a secondary item
right.
on the.
Yep. Valsoren was given a document to deliver to the Imperial Prince of Volcanica on behalf of the people or the Thraxian Council of Nephelis. Sunny, what did they give you?
Sunny wanted his frog back.
Oh, that's right. He wanted his polymorphed Sahuagin priest back, and then he agreed to take custody of Langdedrossa.
Yep.
And they also agreed to not try to incarcerate Agony for his previous unlawful entry into Nephelis, and his association with several thieves that managed to break forth from the prison or arrive on the island, the highly magical mystical island.
Diplomat stuff.
Yeah. And then Quintessa, unsure of what she was going to ask, kind of caught her attention that this place was dedicated to an old god of magic, Boccob. While it's not Weejass, it's still the same family of gods that your goddess comes from. And you heard that there was a highly magical and special place that one of the founders of the Isle of Nephelis built, and it might be an interesting place to, commune with the gods. You are muted, Mark.
Sure. I don't think she's got commune prepared today, but
I think we did rest for an evening, so. You have recovered your spells and powers. I know everyone was running pretty low. Emiria seems to be fast at home here. Bajam also asked for your help in tracking down Lennithon. This is the shape-changing blue dragon that has been skulking around the island, attempting to free his master, but also getting into trouble. And then I believe you guys had an argument about who would actually seize the thief named McCath. Mm-hmm. Where did we land on that one?
I think it was going to still be determined. So they want to keep them as a prisoner. Like that was one that we didn't get to go. Like we did not roll well enough. We did not solve that.
So they're gonna keep them there.
They were going to keep them there, and you guys can come back when you have the ability to free her, I think was the...
Yeah.
Right.
Agony did not like that outcome because he is...
When we free her, then we discuss, was the thing. Yeah.
Agony didn't like that outcome because he's convinced that McCath took something from him.
Right. We're looking for the skull.
Yep. In fact,
the blue skull that Assad can breathe on.
If we don't have a way to undo that, he may retrain his 15th level feat, which was leadership, into a third-party feat called Elemental Boost. Mark, this is one that you should probably look up.
Ow.
Okay.
How much boom does it create?
I think it's a... It just adds 1 damage per die for a particular energy type.
Okay. I'll look it up. I'm looking it up now because I'm interested.
Yep.
With GM's permission, you can choose something that's not on this list. That list already has everything.
It's the third-party book from Visions of the Oracle.
So I suppose you could say, like, I want to... It's spell focus is avocation, though. So I was going to say, like, disintegrate. But
yeah, I guess, or like dryness of horrid wilting or something.
Yeah.
So dry, you eat crackers. Yeah, so dry. Yeah, so he might retrain his leadership reasons.
Oh, I thought when you guys were talking about this was meta magic. This is just
a straight up
bonus.
Why would you not take that? Jeez.
Right, you've already taken spell focus. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, these are all things that like Sulfur will learn some of.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's definitely on the list.
All right, I think all of you have had your teleportation tokens either used up for the temporary ones, or Cog has given back the permanent ones. Agony plundered one from one of the dragons and is quietly keeping a hold of it. One of the mirror teleportation tokens. He's got a greater mirror teleportation token as well. You guys are given a place to rest after the negotiation. Just an apartment that is close to the building that is called the Temple of the Five. The priest approaches Quintessa politely. This is the Lumen Nivon, the Luminor. I shall have some of my priests prepare the chamber for you. It has been some time since someone has been in it. I fear that there might be a lot of dust and dirt there.
It's quite all right. I'm used to dust and dirt.
We'll have a prayer mat placed out for you. He glances at your holy symbol.
No, that's quite all right.
Do you require anything else? Libations, furniture?
No, I will be fine.
All right. When you're all ready, he points out to one of the guards. One of the guards will bring you to the chamber.
I am ready now.
All right. Please bring our guest, Quintessa Morgaine, Countess of from the Imperium, to the founder's study.
She waits for the guard.
Yeah, the guard nods. He says, "It is." He actually touches he touches your arm.
Yeah.
I do have to warn you that many of our younger scribes claim that this room is haunted. I assure you it is not haunted, but I do know that there is a connection to the gods that is there.
Something, I'm hoping for that. So
Yes, we are all blessed here on Nephelis. This island is a great conjunction of ley lines, and the gods do bless us here. Okay.
she just waits too.
Yep, the guard like this way. They bring you to this inside the Temple of the Five, and it's actually a secret passage behind where this great symbol of Boccob has set up that is feeding and refracting energy from the artifact that creates the halo around the island. You go down several deeper chambers. none of which have windows. You actually have to walk single file, and the guards' wings are slightly mechanical, like they kind of fold up on themselves so that they're not scraping along the sides of the walls. Interesting kind of clockworkish. Reminds you of Cog in a way.
Technology.
Is that what you're thinking?
She doesn't like. She's with Brennos on the. We've gone too far with technology. Why just go back to magic and faith? What is the problem?
Yep. Although, while it might be clockwork, you think that ultimately magic makes it work. You can't see these little metal wings actually like
just
functioning.
Bastardization of magic now.
Yep.
But she's not going to tell them that in their own home. So
sure, as they grant you access to a sacred place.
Exactly. Yeah. Before you show me the super secret place, let me tell you what you're doing wrong with your lives.
There is a heavy stone door that the Nephalese guard does know how to open. There's a little latch, and then kind of pushes the door in, revealing a very it's kind of a squarish chamber. There are some like old scriveners' benches lined up in 1/3 of the room. Dust and old sheets kind of covering everything. There's a lectern at the front with some chalkboards, some slate boards lining the room themselves. There are some sad-looking bookshelves that are more like the books that you would have multiple copies for your students to look at, and some benches in a quarter circle bench that is facing the lectern, where you could imagine like a handful of magic students would have cast spells. And between the bench and the lectern, there is a circle that looks like some sort of spell pit by the various scores and burns that are on it. It has the smell of a place where spell casting has happened many, many times. You can smell the distinct little bite of sulfur. There's a few other herbs and incenses that you can smell. The smell of the chalkboard, dust, and the moldering tomes. It's a dark little chamber. You do see that there are several little floating, you want to call them like Ioun stones, but they seem to be floating above the pit. They would be foci for light spells. Nothing lights up when you're there, but there's something, I don't know, wholesome, simple about this place that's reassuring.
Okay.
I will be outside.
Very well. She waits for him to leave.
Okay, yeah, the guard closes the door. You do notice that when the door closes that there are some slight luminescent runes that glow in the room.
Yeah, she's gonna light up one of those floating orbs.
Okay, you reach out, and this little orb sort of floats down. It reacts to you casting a spell near it, and it acts like a focus for a light spell, and it lights the room. There are a couple of vermin, like mice, that go scattering when the light spell is cast. You could see cobwebs hanging in one corner, and little mice and maybe a rat scurrying away. The books might one of the bookshelves might actually have bookworm, because you could see a couple of the books are actually like just riddled like a gnomish cheese.
Okay, well, that's all right.
The book, there is something open, there's a book that is open, covered in dust, that is sitting on the lectern.
Okay.
And there's also a wand sitting on the circular bench like somebody left their wand behind.
Okay. It's the book on the lectern.
Yep. So you go up to the lectern.
Mm.
You feel a beaming pride when you stand up on the lectern. And you thought you heard somebody like sneeze a swear in some language you don't understand. Like
Okay, just a quick look around, make sure she's alone.
There's nobody in the room.
We're just gonna cast a see invisibility just in case.
Okay. You look throughout the room. You see when you cast the spell, for some reason you didn't think you breathed out that hard, but a bunch of the dust went flying off one of the pages of the book, and there's an arcane sigil on the book, like it's an arcane word.
Okay. Read magic.
Okay, so you cast Read Magic. Give me a spellcraft.
Oh no. She's a sorceress.
This is when you have one really smart character. You're like, everybody else can be a moron because I have a smart character. Is that?
Well, you know what? Yeah, Barnabas is the super smart guy, but there's like in any other circumstance, Sonny is our go-to guy for 37. Got it rolled well.
It's a command word.
Okay.
The command word is written in arcane.
Shit, did I take that yet? Quintessa, skills, languages. Come on. I think I took it because I did take it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you learn how to speak the language. You'd still be able to like
Utter the word
with your spellcraft because that's kind of how magic works. But you know what. Somebody really smart wrote this command word because not only is it triggering the power, but it's also like a metaphor for what it does.
Okay.
But written in arcane, you're like, somebody thinks himself pretty clever here. And it's the meaning is sort of like go to.
Okay.
And it's just the one part of the page that you blew the dust from. That there's this distinct command word.
Okay. I guess we will utter the command word. See what happens.
Okay. You utter the command word. There's a bunch of wind. A bunch of dust goes flying in your eye. You swear you heard somebody laugh when that happened.
Someone doesn't understand my temper.
And Quintessa, when you wipe the dust from your eye, you're not in the place you just were.
Okay.
And I'm going to reveal a map after I rename it. And let's make this player visible. We need a Quintessa. Oops. Grab Quintessa from, where were we? Temple of the 5.
That is a Diablo one-ass library if I've ever seen it. Diablo one-ass.
Skulls everywhere. Yeah.
Books holding skulls with candles on top. And a chain, like a tortured cage in the background.
Can't pay your late fees. Come on.
All right, Quintessa, you are in a not so dusty. There's still dust here and there. Impressive. How would we describe this? Like a wizard's kip, a wizard's lair. It's chock full of esoterra. There's an oversized seat with all sorts of runes on it. Giant piles of very large books stacked. Weird skulls made into candlestick holders. There's an impressive and really dusty looking timekeeping device. There is a very impressive cold iron cage of great size that is hanging in the background of this place. It appears to be a maze of like wizardy things, part lab maybe by the smell of it, part library, part throne room.
Okay. Hello?
You hear laughter.
Come out, wherever you are.
Come out, wherever you are, she says.
Do you value your books?
Oh, I like books. Do you like books? Books start rising from the library and are starting to fly around.
Okay.
Give me a reflex save. As you're like, they're flying around in patterns, but then one of them, like a bird, dives at your head.
Well, someone's about to lose some books. All right, plus 20.
Okay, you kind of half block, but half get dorked by this heavy tome that just went flying into you.
Fucking fireballs this flock of books. I warned you.
The fireball.
Right on.
It was about to explode, and you swear somebody snuffed it out. That would be very rude. Zagig, be kind to our guest. It's been so long.
Who's there?
Hello. This little stout gnomish fellow with a
I know what that is. Shit.
giant frock of hair, and it looks like he's a little bit sweaty and flushed. Hello there, dearie. Been a long time since we've had a guest. You must forgive me. And you just hear this much more straightforward voice. You get a feeling you're going to get along better with the other guy.
Yeah, I think so.
He's been cooped up for a while. Yes, cooped up in here. And he comes waddling up to you, and he's looking around, like not quite at you. The master's very busy. Very busy. He needs us in this time of troubles.
Does he?
Oh, yes.
And who might your master be?
She's here and she doesn't know where she is. How delightful. Do you like tricks? And he produces a coin, and then he's now in his other hand. And he's doing the ye old, I'm gonna find the coin behind your ear.
His hand gets a swat.
Oh, he's quick. Oh. And then, to be really annoyed, the coin you find after you tried to swat him is in your hand.
Okay, well that was impressive.
Sometimes, just a quick hand can be perceived as magic, my dear. Quit bothering her. She seems so fun. Ooh, scary, he says as he like puts a finger on your holy symbol and just sort of like assesses it a little bit.
Is he wearing one?
No, He's wearing robes of blue and purple with a red scarf. It apparently no one taught him how to dress, or they're all magical and he doesn't care.
All right. Mark knows who this is, so should she be making maybe a knowledge religion check?
Sure.
Okay.
So spooky!
She got a 30.
Do you know that this mortal, you are having an inkling by the way he moved just so quickly that he might be a mythic being or maybe a demigod? This was a knowledge religion
Yes.
that you rolled? Boccob, you know, is served by 2 minor deities that he helped them through their apotheosis. One is named Zagig, and the other is named Deleb. There's now like 15 Zagigs all around the room, hiding, like faux hiding behind furniture. So scary! This mortal worships a necromancer god, yet she could tap into the positive energy. Oh!
What is going on here? You can't... You can't be who you're pretending to be.
I'm not pretending to be anyone. Although I can, and you notice that there's this very impressive wizard standing in front of you. Let me find a token. Would you prefer a wizard from your own world to interact with? Would that make it a bit easier?
It might.
How about the Lord of... And his voice is like somebody pretending to be mighty. How about the Lord of the Greater Temple of the Magocracy of Gigest? What is that country called? I'm sure you know it. You've visited Volcanica before. So many worlds. So many places. This is better. I hear that he's a very depressed man. No, Zagig's voice is coming out of the Lord Wizard of the Greater Temple. It must be because he follows like liches and demi-liches and Asmodean worship is not good for the soul.
Well, I don't disagree with you there. But... So, where's your friend? I suppose that is Deleb?
I am over here tending to the master's books. This man is in a long, flowing, black, kind of satin robe that seems to disappear into the shadows of the room. The inside of the robe is much more colorful. He has a clean pair of spectacles on. He does have a weird, well, you've been around Thogrim, a gun at his belt, along with a number of wands.
Okay.
A thin pair of spectacles, and his boots have stirrups on them, like this guy might ride a horse. Okay. Zagig, leave our guest alone. We must figure out why she's here. She was sent by her. Perhaps she's of her own. She's here of her own will. I doubt it. The Lord Wizard of the Great Temple is climbing over the furniture with some sort of spider climb. You notice that he's got pajama bottoms in the back, and they open up, and he's burning you.
Of course he does.
I doubt it. He wiggles his butt and then disappears. You must forgive him. We've been in these walls for some time. He looks at you. There's almost like a sad look when he looks at you.
What is this place?
This is the Master's study. You are not... Well, perhaps the Master expected you.
How did I...
He is the god of foresight, after all.
Why am I here?
It is a good question. It is one that you should answer for yourself, I think.
Surely the Master doesn't leave books that bring people to his study lying all over the place. And he doesn't leave them lying around haphazardly.
No. You are from Volcanica on the Prime, are you not?
I am, yes.
An Imperial. A sorcerer. You do notice that there's this disembodied skeletal hands holding ink, like feather pens, that is writing down almost everything that's being said.
Okay.
The Master's around here somewhere. He's been distracted. I apologize for any of his quirkiness. You think I'm quirky? Yes, a geek.
No apologies necessary. Such a unique interaction is not something one should look down upon, no matter the outcome. So,
Is there anything that I can help you with before you visit with the Master? He's playing with the boob tube.
what is going on here?
We have dressed ourselves in a manner that is most congenial for mortal eyes. Are you experiencing some pain?
No. She looks at the gun at his hip. A gun, really?
Unfortunately, certain stakes have been raised in the multiverse. Occasionally there are times where the craft of man, of mortals, is required. Truly, I only break out to this killing weapon when necessary. Anti-magic barriers, for one.
She kind of shrugs at that, like, yeah, this is valid. Yes. Yeah.
There is...
She's just kind of, like, in awe, like, what the fuck am I doing here?
Well, and they don't seem to know. Are you here to learn the wonders and vagaries of wild magic?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Rhinos and rainbows and oh my.
She's very wary of Zagig.
Yes, he seems to be wary of you too. He's like faux hiding behind furniture and no, I do not think she is one that agrees with allowing magic to be of its own. Magic needs conduits. It needs rules and patterns. Oh, rules are meant to be broken!
No, they're not. Otherwise, we wouldn't call them rules.
Oh, so short-sighted. So small. Yes, but a mortal. And she could very well be sent on behalf of her. We should be polite, Zagig. I am being polite! I haven't stuck her in an imprisonment or a great maw of planar anger, have I? No, you have not. Oh, then we're being polite.
She kind of sighs a little bit and looks at Zagig. I do have a question that it's about the laws of magic.
Oh, she is on a quest. Mortals scrambling around. For some reason, you're seeing, like, cave people doing stupid things with clubs and, like, having a muck fight.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah, like mortals trying to figure it all out. Delightful, delightful. Were you sent here to ask us this question?
No, I'm, as far as I can tell, here entirely by accident, unless it is the design of another.
No accident. She read the sigil. Yes. That part wasn't an accident. But why was the sigil there? I did not place it, unless you did. No. Oh, well, I could have. No, the master had some rules. I suppose I followed that one this time. Yes. You are in peril by being here. But I sense that you're not a deep academic. Might I suggest, if you see any pattern or configuration that repeats itself in this place, do look away.
Understood.
Yes, the patterns are so bad. Oh, they're gonna get us.
My question is, she looks at, it's a gig.
He's now sitting on top of the throne. He's actually, like, really small somehow. Like, yes. What do you want?
Can one... Just can't believe she's wasting her time with two demigods asking someone else's question. But, can one increase the power of a cantrip without the use of metamagic?
It's like he's laughing. Interesting. Yes, there are ways. Of course there are ways. Magic is meant to be broken. Some laws of magic are universal. Only because we placed down... We augmented the seal. Such things mortals should not concern themselves with. The 9 seals of creation. One of them is magic.
What are the
Zagig,
others?
this is not information for mortal ears. We're going to have to wipe her mind. Remember what happened last time? Oh, yes, we made them think they were a frog.
Please don't make me think I'm a frog. She's thinking like Sonny would love this guy.
Yes, there are rules to magic that govern the way that magic is to be used and places certain limitations upon magic itself. Limitations that all mortals, and even the gods, are. And he glances to Zagig. Zagig is like clapping at this description, laughing merrily. Are adherent to. Our master helped in, I would say, addendums to this seal. We will have to erase her mind, at least because of the seals. Oh no, it'll be fun. Things are coming undone anyways. Who cares if the mortals know? What are they gonna do about it?
What do you mean they're coming undone?
Zagig, you're not supposed to tell mortals this. Yes, but the master did not explicitly tell me not to tell this mortal about all of that. It's just a small thing. It's not a small thing if it comes out of you while you are small. Of course it is.
Mark likes his gig. I don't think Quintessa does.
Poof. Oh, he just stink bombed it, like he poofed into a stink bomb.
Oh. Does he do that often?
He's a conjurer, isn't he?
I think he likes you.
Wonderful.
Oh, I think I hear the master is up. You stupid thing. Show me something. Show me something, damn it.
May I? Like pointing towards the noise.
I would be careful. Boccob is... Well... Yes. Give me a second. He brings you behind this maze of things, and you realize that there's no rhyme or reason to the furniture being here. That even the books aren't stacked in a way that is a repeating pattern. It's all haphazard. It's like Zagig himself designed the layout of this room.
All right. Just be careful not to knock anything over. Don't touch anything.
You wander in one direction, like Deleb might be having a hard time navigating this place.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that there's this one wall that is dominated by this beautiful, slightly changing, how shall we say,
like a mosaic, or
well, it's a window. It seems like it's a window. It's a stained glass window.
stained glass.
It's like a mosaic stained glass window. It's moving and changing. Avert your eyes.
And she takes his advice over
Okay.
averts her eyes.
Give me a will save.
Damn it. I think after this will save, she will be putting up a spell. Plus 21, alright. 33.
Yeah, you're able to avert your eyes, although it was almost entrancing and beautiful. It is the master's looking glass. These days it only shows the growing pattern.
The growing pattern.
Yes.
Are you speaking of the weave?
I am speaking of the new gods.
Pattern in the weave.
Look at me! I'm a trapped demon lord! You can see Zagig is inside the cage. Yes, we all know the tales of the deeds of Boccob.
Just in case she runs into anything else like this, she's casting greater heroism on herself.
Okay. For thousands of years, Boccob outwitted and bound a mighty demon lord, using the enslaved demon to counter the planes of celestial paragon. Balance is the most important thing. Balance! Oh no, we lost Mark.
Hearing a zealot yell about balance is an interesting, just concept in general. Mark, get back here, you son of a bitch. Fix your potato internet.
Is potato.
So you should check his IP address.
Sorry, guys. This is like.
No, this is good.
Okay.
Contessa needs this. I want to be mythic. What are you doing?
Come on, potato. Recover potato.
When he comes
Yeah,
back, just tell him like they
Fox
were
is-
waiting for your response and you just didn't answer and they let you go.
The neutral god, the chaotic neutral god, and the lawful neutral god. That's a pretty good guess.
So that one picture of the chaotic guy, Zeg something or other,
Zagig?
Zagig. Did you have to flip that because that was painted like he is upside down? Like did you is he actually upside down on the token, or they just paint him upside down, right side up?
They painted him upside down, like his hair is straightening up.
Like
If you
hair,
also
his
look
hair, his eyebrows.
very closely at Zagig, what does it spell backwards?
Gigaz. It doesn't.
Gygax.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a really old thing from D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, if you
It was funny. As soon as you said the
Introduce
names, I was
dog
like,
named Madam.
All right, we got a mark back.
We do.
For 1,000 years! Where was it?
sorry, is Mark back? He's not back for me.
Mark, are you there?
He's still a frozen screen for me.
Mark. Where is the mark? Oh, no, we got 2 atoms. We're going to wait for Mark to get back.
Oh, Mark disappeared all the way to turn into me.
Yep.
Glory be.
Oh, great. 2 of him.
Quintessa offers to let Zagag. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Oop. I put...
Quintessa doesn't offer to let Zagag just like join on, as like a
party
friggin',
member?
Not even a party member. I was thinking like a tumor, just like
Mark,
sticking
you
out of the
right?
armpit.
Yes.
Okay. You're back. All right. For 1,000 years, Boccob outwitted a demon lord, playing upon him to counter the plans of a celestial paragon. The balance is everything. Zagig is right. Our master sees that balance in everything is of greatest importance. He cares not for good, he cares not for evil. In his current state of mind, Deleb is being very polite, one should be careful. He may not care about a mortal.
Understood.
To see if we can find him. The floor is lava! The floor is lava! Is yelling out Zagig. You do notice that Deleb, picks you up by your arm and puts you onto the table or onto the throne.
Oh, son of a bitch is actually making the floor lava. Okay.
As Deleb just flies up above the floor, no, you see the floor briefly turn into this geometric pattern.
Don't look
Like
at
it was invading the floor before finally being beat back by Zagig yelling, "The floor is lava, the floor is lava."
Okay.
Deleb is resting on a stack of books, and he's like actually a god is praying? No, he must be doing some sort of incantation. The floor is lava! The floor is lava! You saw that one coming, didn't you? I like the cage.
Does that happen often?
You are standing on the seat of a god. You think that any spell you cast currently, you could apply any meta magic feat that you have without increasing the cost.
Well,
Taking this
take that
seat
with me. I don't see that happening. Oh wow! Where can I get one of these?
This is the master's seat. She's standing on the master's seat. She's not sitting in it, she's standing on it.
Well, it's very big.
Yes, I put her there. The pattern has receded. We are safe to walk upon the ground.
So even he was scared of the pattern.
Deleb? Yep.
Yeah.
He gives you a look like he sees that you're piecing things together.
Is that an attack?
It is a force. I would put it like a force of nature. Not nature. Of course, it's not actually nature.
A force of magic.
Yes. A tidal force. A big tidal force, and we're just in a small little pool.
Is this why we Justice is concerned?
Oh. We just did send you. I should have done my hair. He's looking himself in it, and like there's all sorts of colors and streamers and things in his hair. She likes beautiful things. Yes, she is quite vain. She likes to make herself beautiful. I doubt she cares about what you look like. Oh, yes, but I could look like anything. Did your goddess send you here?
She did not. I was looking for a room in which to commune with her, and they sent me to a small chamber they said was dedicated to the old gods, Boccob.
Ah.
That's where I found the sigil.
There's now a Quintessa with a bunch of strings dangling from her like a marionette. I was gaming on my own. I said this. And I've got free will.
He thinks he's as funny as he is beautiful.
I too have been stuck in this place for too long. Let us go see if we can find the master over here. I still hear him playing with the static. Damn thing! Show me something!
We should follow Deleb.
Okay. Deleb points out that there is that the ceiling shouldn't be stared at for some time.
Fair enough. Don't stare at the
As
ceiling.
there's
Don't look
a
at the ground.
massive moving kind of interlacing pattern that you get the sense is slowly coming down and will mince the entire room at some point. This one at least you can look at, although it brings me no comfort. It is moving down at a glacial pace, but the fact that it is moving down at all should be worrisome.
How long until you can no longer inhabit this space?
That depends on the master, and we are here to support him. Ah, here he is. Well, the wizard's like 10 feet tall. There's a disc that is floating above his head, and he's bent over, banging on a square, like a cubic device. The front face of it looks like it's made out of glass, and it's making sort of a staticky noise. The thing that is blocking you from fully getting a view of, well, we'll just say it, Boccob, is a bird that flies up out of nowhere. Ah, yes. This is T-Bird.
Knowledge religion.
Sure.
Because Mark's read all the books. All right. Oh crap! I gotta reload. There we go. Come on, load. All right, there we go. Okay. And I got the spell running, so 32.
Hello. You hear just a voice in your mind. They're squawking on the outside. Yeah. This is the Master's familiar, T-Bird.
How many beings of magic are here?
The four of us, and, well, you. This one's real! This one's real! I swear it is! Look at her talk and move! Free will! I've got free will!
Following a pattern. Okay, well, she just kind of soaks in the image of the familiar of Boccob.
Yeah, this should be a deity of knowledge. The Pharaonic pantheon. You know that this pantheon was ancient on one of the other, or several of the other imperial worlds, and that this is a god of magic and the scribe of the gods.
But Thoth is an ancient god.
Yes. You hear in your head.
But you are also Boccob's
Hear me.
familiar?
Boccob is a powerful wizard. A powerful deity.
I see.
And I lost.
What? You lost? What? What did you lose?
I now serve as his familiar.
You lost to Boccob.
Yes.
I see.
It is only temporary.
How do you see your situation bettering soon?
No. But this is only temporary.
You see your situation ending soon.
He looks up at the ceiling. Perhaps.
She's not looking at the ceiling.
Yep. You seek things, but you are still a babe.
So at this point, she kind of looks past to the mage smacking the TV.
Why should I let you talk to him and bother him in his search for patterns where they do not exist?
Perhaps a distraction is what he needs. A refocusing of the mind. Even if it is with a small insect like me.
She is a follower of Ouija's. Oh. You have not... The new gods have not won you over?
No. I'm a devotee of the old gods.
And why do you follow her? It is a rude question. For posterity?
For posterity? I see myself in her values.
Which one in particular? There is always one.
Her dedication to the use of magic. And, admittedly, to a lesser extent, the vanity.
Are you being truthful?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zagig is packed. We'll play with you later. He says. He packs up your little mannequin. For the reenactments.
I can't hear Adam right now.
Okay, he just went right, and then we lost Ovid. We lost an Ovid for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Very well. Magic. Do you think it should be bound by rules?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that gods and mortals should share the same rules?
Most of the same rules, not necessarily all of them.
So there are exceptions.
Yes. I believe it would be acceptable for the gods to be able to cast magic beyond the ninth circle. They are far wiser than mortals are. Mortals need to be bound by their limitations.
Did you hear that? She called me wise. Oh.
I meant most gods.
Yes, I concur. It's not your place to formulate such thoughts, T-Bird. Yes, of course, Master. Merely distracting the guest while you readied yourself. Stupid thing. Behold, says Deleb, like Deleb is letting some of his divine essence kind of peek through as there's this scintillating light that is almost blinding. Behold, Boccob, master of magic, all-seeing, all-potent, reveler of mysteries beyond compare, whose perspicacity knows no boundaries, most puissant protector of the eldritch realms, both known and unknown. Yes, and I'm T-Bird. Yes. Stupid yield analog boob tube. He's smacking this thing. And it just whatever this weird device is, just got this strange black and white flickering static. He's now fiddling with these two bug-like antennae at the top of it. There was maybe a little bit of an image that maybe came out of the mist, but it kind of went away.
You find him the holy laser disc.
Step forward.
Terminator 2.
Yes, you may talk with the master. He may or may not talk back. And then there's this disc floating around. It's got an animate eye, and it's just looking at you, and it's turning around, and the eye is moving around. The eye looks suspiciously... You're like, now that you see it, the eye of Boccob looks like it's borrowed from the Pharaonic pantheon. Maybe one of the pantheon of gods was much older than the others, and maybe as empires rise and fall, so do different families of gods.
Greetings.
This thing was working, I swear. I saw something on it through the snow.
Is it some sort of scrying device?
Yes, it is a electromagnetic receiver of sorts.
Just kind of blinks like,
It is all the rage in the infernal planes at the moment. This model is a piece of junk. It is the only one we have left, Master. Perhaps we should not smash this one with powered Heighten disintegrates.
Yeesh.
Twinned.
Ew.
What is this? You? Are you the repair woman?
No, I apologize for the intrusion, Lord Boccob.
I asked for a greater devil to come here and fix this infernal device. Yesterday.
I am not that devil. I am a mere mortal who picked up a book and found themselves here after reading a sigil.
A Modron, did you say?
No, a mortal.
My staff for a Modron. He's flicking dials and it's just not doing anything. But more static. They're in there, you know. Yes, Master. We believe you. They are in there.
What's in there?
Nothing you need to concern yourself with, cleaning lady.
Well, she's a woman of faith, and you know what? If Boccob wants her to be a cleaning lady, she'd argue.
No, he seems confused of who you are.
Yeah. No, I mean, I will clean if you want me to, but
Horrible things are in the static, says T-Bird, is telepathically. Technology.
technology's a bane to us all.
More than you know.
Perhaps if you play with the... If you tilt it on its side? She has no idea.
Yes, maybe I have it upside down. You're telling Boccob what to do, and he's got the TV on its side, and... I almost saw something. When technology progresses too much, it damages the weave.
I knew it!
When it progresses upon a certain era, magic does not work. We have lost many worlds this way.
Is there a way to prevent that?
Destruction.
The destruction of technology?
Early atomic war. We'll stop it. It is the last recourse.
Don't know what that is. What kind of warfare is this?
Toth is now showing you weird flying machines dropping bombs that obliterate entire cities, and the madness and disease that follow. Of course.
It's awful.
This is a last recourse. To progress beyond this stage, it ruins the weave. And the weave is the only protection that we have against work. I saw one of them. It was like an eel. There was a brief image of something swimming through the darkness, like that came out of the static.
She saw it too?
Yeah. Deleb actually moved to block your sight of it. These things can drive you mad. They are the things on the outside, the things we gods have been tasked to keep out of creation.
Things from outside of creation. I don't even know if she has knowledge planes. Hang on. Nope.
Yes. I do not know why I'm telling you this, but you are here for a reason, or it does not matter.
Well, if we can stop the growth of technology, perhaps we can stop the weave from being destroyed. And we can prevent those things from invading. What is it? Can mortals help you?
Perhaps. Perhaps you will be the ones. Yes, mortals will play a role. This is Boccob. It is foretold. I've seen it. He actually sits down after he saw the thing. He seems to calm down. The thing is just staticky, and he telekinetically but safely launches it to another part of the room, like he's done with the TV for the day. Mortals will play a role. What role this mortal will play? Let's see. Let's see. What shall we use? Tarot cards? No. Cranial readings? No. Dreaming? No. He starts to go through like this laundry list of divinations. Yeah. And I wrote. Give me a second. There was a notebook. Didn't I do this for Coven of One? Types of divination?
Is it under...
I swear I did this. Forms of divination, there we go. Astrology? No, we can't see the stars from here. Bibliomancy. We do have a lot of books. Cartomancy? I don't like the outcome of our last game of cards. I do.
Numerology?
Cleomancy, numerology, dowsing, pendulum reading, crystalmancy, I Ching, lithomancy, numerology, scrying, tarot, tasseography. Let's do something a little simpler.
Magic 8-ball.
Mediumship. Onariomancy, chronomancy. No, not chronomancy. Face reading, aeromancy, epilomancy, pyromancy, ornamency, pyro, astronomancy, electromancy, tyromancy, zeromancy, cladomancy. No, let's do something very simple. How about palmistry? Hold out your hand, dear.
She holds out her hand.
Okay. You hold out.
Raises it up to him.
You hold out instinctually, or he kind of coaxes for your left hand, and immediately you catch an image of your goddess whose hand is kind of lurched over a bathtub. Her veins have been opened up lengthwise, and something has fallen from her hand.
Oh, this is the second time she's seen this. Or her in a bathtub. Yeah.
Taco Bellomancy.
You know what? I had a very disturbing idea of how that works, but I'm not going to say it on the stream.
Yeah, yep.
But we all know how Taco Bell ends. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's just say it's very similar to reading tea leaves.
Tea leaves, yes.
It's weight loss 101.
You read it in a bowl.
Oh, I see that you have been touched by your goddess. Yes, I am sorry. Perhaps she was sent to retrieve what we have taken. Oh, yes. Is your goddess a bit sore for what I won from her? Does she want it back?
She has not given me any instructions as to for anything to collect.
Yet you're here. Maybe she isn't the cleaning lady. She's a delivery person. Oh, yes. Perhaps you're here for a task. But you are not up to this task. Wielding it might very well kill you ahead of time.
She kind of like blinks ahead of time.
Do not worry, death is not the end.
Says T-Bird.
I'm well aware of that, but
There are many ways to overcome.
Yes, you could smash one of the seals of creation. Quiet! There's a bunch of them in unison tells the game to tell.
shut up.
You're like, you're not supposed to know about the
know
seals
these
of creation.
things. I don't. She's trying to be small but still get her questions answered.
Yes. Are you a delivery person?
I am whatever Lord Boccob requires.
Are you what your goddess requires?
I am anything my goddess requires.
Fetch the box, we'll give her the ruby blade.
She's just dumbstruck right now. The ruby blade?
Yes, our master bested your goddess in a competition of sorts some time ago over supremacy of magic, and took from her in punishment her ruby blade. I suppose she will need it for what she's about to do.
She's borderline cross and just in awe of what's going on right now. You want me... Wait, you want me to give this blade to my goddess so she can end her own existence?
Let us just say we're very curious about the outcome. Were you not drawn to a particular place?
Gophrania.
Suppose.
Gophrania is a place of death and life.
I was...
But mostly death these days.
That's the place on Tarak?
Yep.
Yep. I have been instructed to attend there, yes.
Well, then you will also deliver this to her there. In the meantime, I'm sure she will not mind if you use it. Apparently dragons are getting a bit uppity on Tarak. No, sorry, on Volcanica.
She nods.
Tarak is where Gophrania is. Volcanica is Tiamat's world.
Oh, yes, so many prime worlds, hard to keep track of them all. I know this. Floating over is this grim box that looks like it has been crafted from the skull of a demon lord. Apparently you learned what the demon lord, the fate of the demon lord that he kept bound for 1,000 years and manipulated into fighting goodness so that there would be balance. The box opens and he plucks out from it a blade that looketh like so.
All right.
Yeah. I suppose I have no need for it here, and I know where it will be if I need it again.
I am unworthy to touch such a thing.
Yes, you are. Toth
T-Bird, you mean?
Yes, T-Bird. Will you invest some of your power into this mortal so that she may carry the god's weapon?